Hi guys, this is Erica from Gokce Capital. Now before I begin, be sure to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Something's fishy, thought Cassandra. She had just received a notarized deed for recording, and something was very wrong. What had Cassandra discovered? We'll find out at the end of this video. But first, if you elect not to purchase title insurance when you buy property, a title company may ask you to sign an uninsured deed affidavit when you sell. And in today's video, we'll cover the top things you should know about this document. Number 1, what is an uninsured deed? An uninsured deed is a deed that hasn't been examined by a title company. In some states, such a deed may need to be examined by the title company before any buyer can obtain title insurance. The title company may also ask that the grantor of the uninsured deed sign an uninsured deed affidavit. Number 2, when do uninsured deeds happen? Uninsured deeds occur when a deed is recorded as part of a transaction that's not insured by a title company. Number 3, what are some common scenarios when an uninsured deed is used? Uninsured deeds typically occur when a quitclaim deed is involved, and a few common scenarios are in the event of a divorce, transfer between family members, and in the case of a bankruptcy. Number 4, how can you identify an uninsured deed yourself? If you think there's a chance that you're dealing with an uninsured deed, look for the following signs. There is no title company or title company order number listed on the deed. There is no escrow number on the document. The document was handwritten, and there is no documentary transfer tax stamp that indicates a transfer tax was paid. If no transfer tax was paid, that means there's no consideration, and often transfers without consideration are also done without title insurance. If you see any of the above, reach out to your title company to see if you have an uninsured deed on your hands. Number 5, what is an uninsured deed affidavit? An affidavit of uninsured deed is signed by an uninsured deed's grantor to confirm delivery and validity of the deed. Number 6, what does an uninsured deed affidavit protect you from? It ensures that the prior owner intended to transfer the property and thus protects you from a future title claim if the deed had been forged. And finally, number 7, let's look at an example. Here is a sample affidavit of uninsured deed. Note that this document is not recorded and that a notary other than the person who acknowledged the uninsured deed must notarize the document. The affidavit is very simple. It states the details of the deed in question and affirms that the grantor intended to convey the property without being under coercion or duress. But now that we've covered the basics of uninsured deed affidavits, let's return to Cassandra's deed. Cassandra is a commercial title officer with T-Corp Title in Washington. One December day, Cassandra was handed a closing package from an escrow officer to process and record. Escrow had closed, and all documents were executed, but Cassandra noticed something very wrong with the deed. Though there were 2 sellers in the transaction, Misa and Thomas, only Misa had signed the deed. When Cassandra called the escrow officer to ask why this was the case, the officer told her that the owners had recently recorded a deed wherein Thomas conveyed his interest in the property to Misa. This deed was a quitclaim deed from Thomas to Misa, so it was not insured. Furthermore, Thomas's signature appeared very different from his signature on other recorded documents. Cassandra was concerned, so she wanted a new deed recorded just to be safe. But when she called the number she had for Thomas, Misa answered the phone. Misa told Cassandra that Thomas could not sign the new deed as he was now in Los Angeles. Cassandra in turn told Misa that it would not be a problem for Thomas to notarize the deed in Los Angeles, and Misa said she would let Thomas know. In the meantime, Cassandra did some snooping and found Thomas's Los Angeles number. She contacted him directly and discovered that he had no knowledge of either the sale or the quitclaim deed. In fact, he did not want to sell his interest in the property at all. It seems in this case that Thomas's brother Kahir, who happened to be Maisa's boyfriend, had forged Thomas's signature on the quitclaim deed which transferred Thomas's interest in the property to Maisa. Thus, Cassandra was able to stop a false sale and save both Thomas and the property buyer from a future headache, which is a perfect example of why title companies require uninsured deed affidavits. So be careful out there, and if you have any stories about forgeries or uninsured deed affidavits, let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? You're going to love our Gokce Land Due Diligence program. We'll make you a land due diligence expert in just 7 days. Check it out at gokcecapital.com/glad. And while you're at our website, don't forget to explore our $1 down listings at gokcecapital.com/listings. Finally, don't hesitate to reach out. You can email, call, or text, and we will respond as soon as possible. So thank you for listening, and more to come.